Happy Thanksgiving, guys. I hope and pray that you guys were able to safely spend it with some sort of family and or loved ones. After all, what's the point of Thanksgiving if you can't spend it with someone you care about? Now, the other side of Thanksgiving is all the leftovers. Man, you've got good food for another week. So what are we going to do with that good food? I know the food is good, but do we really want to eat that same plate of food 3 times a day for the next 7 days? Today I'm going to teach you guys how to transform that leftover, and we're going to make a leftover turkey and mashed potato chowder. So get your crock pot and let's get started here on Cook! Don't be lazy! What I want you to do is take your turkey leftover and cut it up into tiny pieces. Now, I want you to use a variety of pieces from the bird. Like this is a piece of breast. It's more like a white meat. That's more of a dark meat, as you can see, different color. You want skin in it too. Find some pieces that have some crunchy skin and throw that in there. So I've got a variety of pieces of the bird in here, and all I did was chop it up into little chunks. So you want, here's another piece of breast. So you want, let me show you the difference. See the 2 different colors? You want a variety of pieces of meat from the bird. It's going to go a long way in the flavor profile. So let's move this out of the way. Let's start putting our chowder together. We're going to start off with our liquids. A whole container, 32 fluid ounces of chicken broth. Get in there. Alright. 16 fluid ounces of heavy whipping cream. I'm going to go a little slower, it's starting to splash everywhere. Here's my leftover mashed potatoes. I'm not going to use all of it. I'm probably going to use a good 2 or 3 cups of it. Move that off to the side. And let's see. I'm going to break this down some. Basically what we want to do is try to turn this kind of into like a little thick sauce. Where is... There it is. I don't know that the whisk is helping. Maybe it is a little bit. So I want to break up the mashed potatoes a little bit. Don't need to do a perfect job at it. Just get most of it broken up. Little bit of prep work. Take about 2 or 3 potatoes, dice them up into bite-sized pieces. We might as well throw in our turkey. Cut up some carrots. This is dice up about 3/4 cup, not 3/4 cup, about 3/4 of an onion. Green beans. That's probably 1/2 cup of green beans. Now I'm not a big fan of peas, but we got to make this look pretty. Drain it. No juice. 1 can. Same thing with the corn. Well, as far as draining it. I love me some corn. Drain it. 1 can. Ground thyme. Is it thyme or thyme? TH implies the thyme. But I'm pretty sure it's thyme. I don't know. Eyeball it. It's to taste. Minced garlic. About good, I think that's roughly 2 tablespoons. Somewhere around there. Pepper. Couple of puffs. I think that's more than a couple. It's gonna be to taste. Some salt. Same thing, to taste. Now this is a real simple recipe. Tell you what, this already looks good to me. Stir it up. Make sure the seasonings get to the bottom. Everything's nice and mixed. Get out of there. Cover it up. So we're going to cook this on high for about 4 hours. It's one of the easiest transformations for your turkey dinner. After that, it's time to plate up. And that's how you take leftover turkey and mashed potatoes and transform it into something completely different. A leftover turkey and mashed potato chowder. Now, one thing I didn't show, depending on how liquidy your chowder is, you can add a little bit of all-purpose flour to thicken up the soup. So 20-30 minutes before it's done cooking, if you find it's too liquidy, add a little bit of all-purpose flour, stir it in, cover it back up, let it cook for another 20-30 minutes. The chowder will thicken up some. So be mindful of that. It's time for me to chow down. Happy Thanksgiving, and I'll see you guys next week here on Cook! Don't be lazy.